Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. So I know it's a little different. I had this idea. I wanted to do like sit down and talk videos, but without my actual camera. And I figured, you know what? It would be fun and cute to use my Second Life avatar. But as you can see from the title of this video, I wanted to talk about Sims and I wanted to talk about some of my like Sims 5 wish list things. Now, I know it's probably unlikely for any of these things to really be in The Sims 5 because there's been a lot of talk about The Sims 5 lately. Like they're saying it's going to be online. And I don't know how that's going to go. At one point in time, there was a Sims online game. It was very early 2000s. The graphics were very different than they are now. But yeah, I don't know. Like if you've ever played The Sims, not Sims, it's what is it called now? Let me see really quickly because I have it on my computer. I've actually played it here on this channel before. Okay, Free SO, that's what it's called now. It's not made by EA, like the current version isn't made by EA, but it's made by some fans using the code from the game, I guess, and it's 100% free. Nothing in game costs anything. I'll leave a link below to Free SO down below in the description. But anyway, so yeah, that's what the Sims Online game looks like. How Free SO looks right now, that's how that version looked. And it didn't do very high numbers, so I don't think they kept it around for very long. But it's fun. I liked it. Anyway, so I don't know how well the online thing is going to be received. A lot of people on Twitter and Instagram and stuff like that aren't really feeling the online thing. Well, a few people do feel the idea. But I mostly like when it comes to online virtual things, I usually play Second Life and that's kind of pricey. So whenever I open up my Sims game, I just kind of want it to be like my Sims game. You know what I mean? I don't know if I really want to play with other people in The Sims. And Second Life tends to be pretty expensive, so I don't really know if I want to take on another online game. I usually try to buy the packs as they come out because I'm more of a collector type. The only ones I don't officially own are 2 and 1, but I do own all of 3 and all of 4 thus far. So I don't know. Anyway, so as far as, the actual topic of this video, because I've kind of just derailed. Anyway, so first thing I would really like in The Sims 5 is more realistic graphics. Like in The Sims 3, for example, I'll put some screenshots up here below to show you what I'm talking about. I just really love the aesthetics of The Sims 3. I love how they look. And with custom content, you can make any kind of magic happen. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, but with 4, you don't need custom content. Listen, personally, I use about my mods folder for Sims 4 is about 40 gigabytes. My mods folder for The Sims 3, it's about 7 gigs. That's a really big gap. Like, I'm really comfortable with a little bit of custom content in my Sims 3, and I'm fine. I don't need a lot of mods. I don't need a lot of CC. I really just use a few items on my Sims 3 Sims, and then I'm good. A skin, some hair, and everything else, I'm comfortable with it being stuff in game. And furniture, I rarely ever use furniture CC in The Sims 3. While 4, my Sims are always like super decked out in custom content. Like my houses in The Sims 4 are always super decked out in CC. And I'm not saying Sims 4 is bad because that's the game I mostly play these days. It runs very well. But I'm just saying. So yeah, I would like more like realism, like how you see me in the Second Life right now. I would like graphics kind of like this, to be really honest. Like this type of aesthetic. I love this. And another thing I would like is, I know this is very, very unlikely, but I would like open world because the loading screens from lot to lot, it gets kind of tedious, even though the loading screens are not very long. I happen to have a gaming computer and an Omen, and it has, it runs really fast. It's really amazing. But the loading screens, they're kind of a lot. And I would just prefer open world. Just one loading screen, and then once I'm in there, I'm in there. Which leads us to number three. And oh, let's see, what else would I like in The Sims 5? I would like more like story progression type of things, or like storytelling features. Like, I don't know how to describe this, but I would basically like to have it to where I don't have to control every single storyline. Like, I would like a few surprises, or for things to happen and then, me not have to control the narrative every single time. You know what I mean? Like, I would like some drama without me having to control every single aspect of it, personally speaking. I don't want it to be as much of a blank canvas with the storylines. Now, I like what I like in my game. Obviously, I play The Sims, so I'm some kind of control freak. I don't know. But that's just my take on it, because I use so many mods in my Sims 4 game. Like, I use meaningful, I believe it's called Meaningful Stories by Robarky. I believe that's what it is. And then I also use like the contextual, social contextual mod, or I forgot what it's called specifically, but basically it's where it gives you all of these social interactions in game. Like, it has a whole other menu of social interactions, and then I have a royalty mod, which adds a bunch of things. Then I use all of these custom traits, and which leads me to another one that I just remembered. I have these zodiac traits mods in my game that from from someone. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it adds zodiac traits in the, not the regular traits menu, but in the rewards store. And it is one of my favorite things because first of all, it doesn't use a regular trait slot. So you could still use it as a trait, but not use up an actual slot. I love it so much. And then also, so as you all know, there's Wicked Whims. And then there's also Wonderful Whims, which is basically Wicked Whims without all of the mature adult content. And I love those kinds of features. And then there's also Kawaii Stacy's Slice of Life. Personally, I don't use Slice of Life, but I use other mods of hers. Like, I like her. She has this Meaningful Stories mod, which adds a bunch of events. I love them so much. She has almost an event for like everything. There's prom, there's like baby showers, there's all of these things, and it makes it so much better with the stories you want to tell in your game. It adds those little details. And I would like more stuff like that, because it feels like it was just, I don't know. I'm a big Sims fan, and I try not to complain, but some of this stuff really feels like they just did the bare minimum and then just threw that shit together. But that's my own opinion. I do love The Sims. I try not to complain, but there's just some things, like, I play a lot of The Sims 4. If I looked at my hours, it's probably somewhere in the thousands. Like, let me open up Origin right now. Why is it not opening? Okay, I was about to be so upset. Let's see. So my hours for The Sims 4, I don't want to open up the game. I just want to look at my hours. No, I don't want to open up The Sims. So I believe it's like 4,000 or something like that. Okay, 3,879 hours in The Sims 4. That's my current hours. So as you can see, I play a lot of The Sims 4. And there's this, I don't know, again, I'm a big fan. Let me close this up because I actually did not mean to open it. And I didn't realize it would pull up the thing. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. So those are some of like my just those are sort of almost the top ones. Like, and then another thing I would really want to add is cars. I don't know why. It's just in Sims 3, it just adds so much for me. And then I like the car shopping, and then there's all of these really cute CC cars, and I don't know, like you can walk everywhere, but there's also the option to drive and there's bikes. There's just so many options. And then they have like subways and stuff like that in The Sims 3. So I would like that transportation. I have all of these transportation mods in my Sims 4 game, but I would like official like transportation in The Sims 5. And I'm adding all of these wish lists to Sims 5 because Sims 4 it is so far and we're 7 years in and we've already had all of the major packs. We have seasons. We have parenthood, which they're saying is like, oh, I guess almost like generations, but it's really not generations. We have cats and dogs, which is the pets. We have vacation worlds and even newer type of things like eco living or lifestyle. I can't remember which of that is officially, but y'all know what I mean. And then we have the snowy escape, so we have all of these like major packs already, and then we have vampires, and I'm personally really really holding out hope that we have werewolves in The Sims 4, although I know it's unlikely. But I think that's another thing I would like in The Sims 5, more occults. Like we have mermaids and vampires, but mermaids, if we're being really real, you can't really do much with them. And they're more of a side item in island living, which is why I think you can't really do much with it because mermaids are not a pack of its own like vampires are. And I think vampires is one of the occults they did the absolute best with. Like vampires are so well done in The Sims. I think probably one of the best. They could have did more, but it was earlier on. But considering, I'm just saying, it's one of the best occults. I do know they have spellcasters, but honestly, I kind of wish they did more with the spellcasters because you can't really do much with the spellcasters either, which is why I'm saying, in my own opinion, I think I think vampires really are like one of, if not the best occult in The Sims 4. And I know a lot of players kind of get annoyed with the occults, but I just think it adds something else. There are people who love the occults and they don't really play family style. And then there is vice versa. Everybody's allowed to play their game however they want. And it's okay. Whatever works for you in your Sims game. But those are like the major things that I can think of off the top of my head that I really want. I want more occults and, more detail to those occults. I want cars. I would like open world. I would like more realism based graphics, or I guess better graphics, not cartoony. I don't really know what that would be called. What else did I say? Oh, yes, I would like zodiacs back. And you know what? I'm just going to throw on more traits and more aspirations, or should I say more detailed aspirations and traits, because I feel like they're just not, they don't really do much. And I know they added an update to the last kits patch, or the last patch we got with a bunch of freebies in it. Like they say the traits, I don't know, I guess they changed how the existing traits work. But I would just like better traits and also better aspirations, because the aspirations in this game are just not good if we're being really real. And that's just, again, my opinion. However, don't think this is me throwing a bunch of hate at EA or whoever. I love Sims. I play a lot of The Sims 3 and 4, but I mostly play 4 these days. And these are just some things I would really, really love to see in The Sims 5. I don't know how much of we're going to get. I'm trying to keep my hopes very realistic. And just like with Sims 4, I waited till it was out for a good 2 years before I even touched it. And I mostly played Sims 3, and it was because there was not a lot of packs out, and then I wasn't hearing good things. And then with Sims 5, it's probably going to be the same thing, unless it actually miraculously comes out with seasons in the pack that you don't have to pay for, like with base game. That's probably the only way I would buy Sims 5 right off the bat, if it had some over the top really amazing feature that came in the base game. However, I'm not very very sold on the online thing, but I'm going to give it a chance when it comes out because we'll see. And if I don't like what I'll see, I'll do the same thing that I did with Sims 4. It'll just sit and just sit for a couple of years. I still bought the packs. I just did not touch the actual game. But back then I was on a budget, so I would mostly buy like they had the groups of packs you can buy together. I can't remember what it's called. And then I would just do it like that when they were on sale and stuff. And I just didn't touch it because there wasn't a lot. But anyway, I've been rambling for a good 15 minutes now. So that's all. I just wanted to kind of sit and chat with you all about some things that I wanted. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. It is 100% free. Also hit the bell notification button. Actually, the subscribe button and then the bell notification button in that order. Both of those things are free. All these freebies I'm throwing out. Anyway, so if you have anything you would like to see in Sims 5 that I've not mentioned, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. Let's make it a conversation. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm trying to make more content on a more regular basis than I did before. So if you have anything you would like to see me play, I play Sims 3, Sims 4. I also play Animal Crossing. I play Stardew Valley. I don't play all of those things all the time on this channel, but I want to start making more variety content. So any games in particular you want to see, I also play Second Life. So anything you want to see in the realm of everything I just mentioned, let me know. And I'll start making videos based off of that. Anyway, have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.